Hello, welcome to Tech Training. Are you looking for a way to protect your Excel document with password so people can't access it, or you want people to access it but you don't want them to change the formula or edit the content, or you just want to hide the formula in your document so others can't see it, or you want certain people to edit certain areas of your Excel documents, meaning you want different levels of security for different levels of people? If you answered yes to any of these, then this course is for you. In this course, 4 ways to protect and secure your Excel file. You will learn how to protect an Excel file, how to protect an Excel workbook, how to protect an Excel worksheet, how to protect a cell. Now let's begin. Number 1. How to protect an Excel file. File level security means protecting your Excel file by making use of a password. That means a password is required to open the file. Now let's paint a scenario. You're an accountant in an office. You finish creating the payroll. Only your account officer in the bank who has the password can access the file. Or scenario number 2, you store your files on the cloud, and to be extra safe, you want to password protect it against unauthorized access. This is how to do it. I have this sample document here. Go to File, click Info. Under Protect Workbook box, click the launcher and select Encrypt with Password. You see, it requires a password to open this workbook. Now here, we can type a simple password. Click OK. It will ask you to confirm the password. Type it again and click OK. So now you can see a password is required to open this workbook. Remember, you save the file and then close the document. Now if I open the document again, and I click Tech Training Payroll, it will ask me for that same password. If I put a wrong password, see, the password you supplied is not correct. Verify that the caps lock key is off and be sure to use the correct capitalization. If I go again and I click the file, and now I supply the correct password and I click OK. See, I have the file open. So that's it with file level security. Number 2, how to protect an Excel workbook. Why we protect our workbook is to keep others from making structural changes to our workbook, such as moving, deleting, or adding sheets. This is a worksheet, and we can have 2 or 3 or 4 worksheets in a particular document. So if I want to protect this particular workbook so that others cannot delete this worksheet or create another worksheet, in that case I need to password protect this workbook. So to do that, I'll show you 2 simple ways. Number 1, click on the review tab. In the protect group, click on protect workbook and I supply a password, and it will ask me to confirm the password and I click OK. You can see now, if I click on this plus sign, I'm not able to add any other worksheets. If I right click on this worksheet, I can't insert, delete, rename, or do anything to any of these worksheets. So after doing that, always remember to save the file. Then if we close it and then we open Excel again, if you check in this document, we have file level security. So I supply the password for the file. I can access the file, I can access this worksheet, I can edit content in this worksheet, but I can't create another worksheet, I can't delete this worksheet, I can't rename this worksheet. Remember, I said I'll show you 2 ways to protect your workbook. I will unlock this. Then the second way to protect your workbook is if you go to File, and then you go to Info. In the Protect Workbook box, if you click the launcher, you'll see Protect Workbook Structure. So if I click here, the same thing, it will ask me for password, and I supply this password, and it will ask me to confirm the password, and I confirm the password. And I click OK. Always remember to save your file, and if I close it, it's the same thing. So that's how to protect your workbook. Number 3, how to protect an Excel worksheet. How do we protect the data in these cells so the user can only view it but they cannot edit it? As the accountant, I have sent this document to the bank. They can view it, they cannot edit the contents. For example, they cannot change the amount to 550. So to do that, I need to protect this worksheet so that they cannot edit the contents of the worksheet. To protect your worksheet, there are 4 ways you can do this. The first one is you go to File and then click on Info. In the Protect Workbook box, if you click the launcher, you see Protect Current Sheets. If I click on this, there are different restrictions that you can place on the user. We'll talk about these ones later, but for now, let's just take this level of security that we type password. We say OK, and then we re-enter the password. and we say okay. Now with this, the user cannot edit any of the contents in this cell. So if I click on any part of the cell you click, you see there that the entire cell is locked. I want to unlock this and then show you the second way we can protect this sheet. Now the second way to do the same thing is if you click on review and then you click protect sheet. So if you click protect sheet, the same thing comes up and you put in your password and it will ask you to re-enter the password. The third way is to come down here and then you see protect sheet. So you can type in the password, it will ask you to enter the password, you confirm it. And then the fourth way to protect your worksheet is simply you go to the home tab and then you click on format. But before I do that, come to this point and select all the cells. In your home tab, go to fonts and make sure that in font settings, under protection, this locked button is checked. Click OK, then still under home, in the cells group, click format and then click protect sheet. Type your password. And always remember to save. Now, if we click on this file, to ask us to provide a password to be able to edit any of the cells. In the next topic, cell security, I'll show you how to protect your worksheet such that one user can edit the name of the staff but cannot edit the amount, and another user can edit the amount but cannot edit the name of the staff. In this final part, we'll talk about the fourth way to create security to your Excel documents. And this fourth way has to do with cell level security. A quick recap of what we have done so far. If I open this Excel file that we have here, this first one is file level security. For the file level security, I put in the password. This opens the Excel file. Then the second level of security we talked about, which is the workbook level security. When I right click this sheet, I can't insert, delete, rename, or hide this worksheet. To unlock this, I go to review, so I unlock it. Now, if I go to this same workbook and I right click, you can see it's open. I can insert a worksheet, I can delete this worksheet, I can rename a worksheet and other things. Now, the final one is the cells. If I try to edit any part of the cell, you can see it's locked. So this has to do with the worksheet level security, and I unlock it. Okay, so my file is completely open. Now you can see the three levels of security and what they do. So the first level of security is this. Let's assume we have two persons in this department. One person is in charge of updating the names and the staff ID and the account number. Another person is in charge of updating the salary. So we want this person to be able to edit this part, but not edit this part. Cell level security, we're talking about instances where some cells in the worksheet can be edited by one group, but cannot be edited by one group. To do this, first, I select the entire workbook and I go to Home tab, and in the font group, I click the Format Cells launcher, and in the protection, I unlock all the cells. The entire cells in this workbook, they are all open at this point. So the parts that I don't want this staff to edit, I select that part. Go back to the Home tab. In the font group, click the Format Cell launcher, and in the protection, and I lock this particular part. Now, I've locked these cells. The user cannot edit these cells, but I still have to lock this worksheet for this to be effective. So I go to the Review tab, and in the Protect group, I click Protect Worksheet, and I protect it with a simple password. Now, the user can edit this cell, but the user cannot edit this cell. So this is how to lock some cells in your program. There are other ways to protect your Excel worksheet using macros and other things. But for this beginner level, we've been able to cover the 4 basic ways you can protect your Excel documents. You can protect the file, you can protect the workbook, you can protect the worksheet, you can protect certain cells. Thank you. I know this video has been helpful to you one way or the other. Please remember to subscribe and also hit the bell button so you get updates of whenever we do a new tutorial. And drop your comments. We'll answer them as we continue. Thank you very much.